Come on. Yeah. The fabulous 8-Bit Bros program. You can check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show.
Much better.
Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m. Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
What up, people? Welcome back to another episode of the 8-Bit Bros. It is Wednesday. Oh, it is Wednesday, isn't it? Wow, that's still weird to say.
So weird.
This is not a kid-friendly show. Adult language, adult content. Do the right thing, people. Put your kids in the closet.
Yo, I got a throwback intro.
No. Hold on.
Jason, go ahead.
You know how hilarious you saying Wednesday is? Due to the fact that Monday on the Angry Dandelion, I did the intro for our show with What a Wonderful Wednesday. And was like, yeah, apparently I'm already trying to get through this week.
I got a throwback for you that I know J7's never heard.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, you ready, Ren? You ready for a throwback, bro? Here you go. You ready?
I'm listening to 8-Bit Bros on WBLE Sports. We have the biggest balls.
You got something you need to get off your chest?
Yeah.
We want to hear it. Call in 216-539-9967. It's the WBLZ Sports Hotline.
Yeah, don't call that number.
We are the 8-Bit Bros. This is
Yeah, 917-720-3038. Midweek, hump day, whip 'em out Wednesday, whatever the fuck you want to call it. 8-Bit Bros live on a Wednesday.
So Jay, that is like
Throwback.
4 years ago intro.
That's bananas.
2017.
Hey, yo, that's fucking DJ
2017
Webber on the wheels, bro.
February.
Yeah, February 2017. Yeah.
When we first went to Thursdays. So we started out on this radio station doing once a week,
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Tuesday, yeah.
We were such a smash hit that they pretty much begged us to do 2 shows a week on Tuesday and Thursday.
Show of the
We
month.
were like, oh, well, you know, that's a lot to ask for. Maybe we'll give you an hour on Thursday.
Yeah, an hour. We did an hour.
Started at an hour.
Yeah.
And then, like, within 2 weeks, it was 2 hours, Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah,
8 to
'cause
10 p.m.
we just couldn't stop once we got started at that point. We were just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
And then we did another show on Sunday, totally different format.
Dude, but never mind that. What about all the special shows? Yo, we want to have this like football draft live while it happens and have everybody call in. Will you host it?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
hosted the NFL draft in May of that year.
Yeah, what about the Super Bowl pre-Super Bowl show?
We hosted Super Bowl Sunday for 5 hours.
Yup.
You want to talk about doing radio? That's a bit too long. Come hour 3, we were all like, can we go to the bar?
Oh, the Christmas special at fucking Ren's place that was way too fucking long.
What, with the Booger Peters show before that?
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. I just thought you guys would get a kick out of that throwback right
Yeah, but
there.
that's what that intro brings back, though. It brings back all that type of shit. Like, we did a bunch of shit. Bunch of shit. We were all over the fucking place.
You should take that
8 hours a week.
You should take that MP3,
Yeah.
go over to Facebook Messenger,
Yeah.
drop it into Chad Satara, and hit send.
Ah, man.
Oh, Lord.
Center box doesn't get a square because I don't think we have
There
a
are
center
no
There's
box.
center
not one of
boxes
those
anymore, bro.
There are
So-
no center boxes
so-
anymore.
It's okay. It's 8 o'clock somewhere. I mean, it works that way. But anyway, the deals. It's left, right, up, down, top, bottom. If you don't know us by now, you're either new or just an ass.
Our nameplate's right here.
Yeah, it says nameplate.
Oh wait, no, it's over here.
Well, where is it?
Um,
Down below,
Where
right?
are they? Are they down
over
here?
here?
Right
Yes.
there.
Over
right.
here.
Why-
Here?
where-
You no you.
Or
You're
am
on
I
the
over
opposite
here?
side of yours now.
I'm
Jay.
over here.
Jay, you had it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
was gonna
I
say,
had
you
it right
had
here?
yours, but you were right next to it. No, now you're opposite again.
Okay,
Down
here.
here, right?
Yeah, it's right there, but now you're off screen. There you go. Yeah, when you first pointed, you went right down next to the sign. I was like,
It's just too
and swipe.
Too much.
You just missed it.
Welcome to Wacky Wacky Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
No, we can't ever say that, can we?
Don't do that. Oh my god.
That would be like cousin Brucey type of shit. yeah.
Weasel Wednesday.
Wacky
So-
Wednesday.
So all of our little names are on the right hand, left hand,
No, they're
left hand
all,
side,
like right there.
left hand, right in the lower left.
No, you're going to the wrong side.
Yeah, I know, because I'm backwards. Because I can never
over
figure it
here.
out. I can never figure it out because I'm stupid.
Right here. I'm showing you.
Yeah,
Sti-
Right
it's
here.
on your right.
Yeah, it's my right. You're left.
Like half your body is missing, Ren. It's like it's here. It's right here.
I'm not even on Facebook, so I have no idea what I look like. So
We're all
Let me go to
bunch of
YouTube.
boxes. What do you think?
It's on my
What do you always look
hunchback.
like?
Oh God, killing me. All right, so I mean, we haven't been here in what?
2 weeks?
2 weeks, 13
No,
days.
more. More.
Oh.
Right?
Possibly more.
Yeah, we did the 420 show and 2 weeks ago. Well, 13 days ago, to be technical.
I was not at the 420 show.
Oh no, you were not.
No.
No, you were not. No, you were not. But it's okay. You're entitled to a vacation. But next
I
time
appreciate
you need
that.
to submit some sort of something in writing. Okay, because upper management I can't keep protecting you from upper management this long. I just can't do it.
Okay. I
They cracked
appreciate
down on-
that.
They cracked down on me. I'll be honest with you, but no, we. So yeah, it's been like fucking 14 days, 13 days, whatever the clock
Mhm.
says. What the fuck has everybody been up to?
Oh my goodness.
New?
I'm going back in time.
How so?
How?
I'm,
Wait, you're changing time zone?
I'm playing a bunch of just like old shit. Like
Oh.
I thought about getting Outriders, and
Gotcha.
I
I
keep
saw something
thinking about it.
Borderlands the other day too.
I keep thinking about it, but the only thing it keeps pushing me into is I've been playing a fuck ton of Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I saw that
Oh.
come across my timelines. I think it was Angry Dandelion streaming in that.
Fuck yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Me and Son
Yep.
jumped on that shit Monday and played during that, but we were already playing before that. Like, I want to talk about TKO a little bit. So I'm gonna
Okay.
save that one, but that's a game we've been playing. That's part of the Jackbox party game shit.
Yep.
Mhm.
I've still been playing Binding of Isaac because Repentance is out, so I play the fuck out of that.
That's
I've
an
been playing
interesting, right?
Tekken with the boys after
Tekken.
work.
Sure, because that's that after work at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hadouken! Are you
Yeah,
doing that in the
so,
parking lot,
yeah, we-
or playing
they're-
real Street Fighter?
Turn
Real
up the
Tekken?
volume thump on which one? Me? On me personally, or on the entire group?
That would be me.
No, it's in Facebook that says turn up the volume. So
Yes.
it's not you. I have control of this.
No. Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
So do
no
I.
shit. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, I would love to figure out how you
Yeah.
think you've got control
Sorry,
of Facebook volumes, asshole.
I got radio. Sorry. I apologize.
Silly, silly man.
Yeah, I'm still no stupid me.
All right.
What up, Conan? Cheers, bro.
Yeah, we discussed the fact that we didn't get to go to the race, but we are hopefully scheduled in for the fall race now.
Oh, that's good.
We missed tickets, is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they went on sale, and people all got in before we did, and when Conan went to go grab ours, they were at capacity.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
It's COVID. Yeah, yeah. At
So we were like,
capacity.
damn it. And I mean, it was, you could tell that they were very, very, very low on their crowd. Now, one of the guys, the year I called out the asshole for being rude to the cop,
Oh, yeah.
I met this guy, Brandon.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
standing there and he was laughing his ass off the whole time as I'm just berating this dude that was trying to be a little overly aggressive with this black officer there at the track. And he was
Yeah.
just really fucking rude. And so I decided, I was like, instead of the cop having to deal with this anymore, I'm going to deal with it. And so I start talking more shit to the dude and get him distracted. And the cop's over here kind of chuckling. And he's like, all right, man, you might want to calm down just a little bit. But he's not like trying to stop me. He's just like, calm down a little bit. It's
Yeah.
like, keep doing what you're doing.
Just calm down a little bit.
Yeah, just calm down a
But
little
don't,
bit.
Don't take it over the edge.
Yeah, don't take it over the edge.
you're
Just go ahead, do what you got to do. Just don't
Yeah.
push it, you know. And so I just kind of went off on the dude for a little while, telling him about how little of a person he was, that he needed to go after this police officer who was just doing his job at this facility. And it was some old white redneck, fat, lazy fucker who didn't want to go through, like, he wanted the gate open now. And the gate couldn't be open now. He had to wait like everybody else that was standing there at the gate. But he starts talking to the cop like this cop is the one who's intentionally keeping the gate closed so this guy can't go through it. And there's a video on Facebook you could possibly find, but it's me just berating this dude for telling him he had to wait just like everybody else.
Yeah, makes
And-
sense.
But yeah, so he got to go to the race though. Brandon did. He sent me a couple pictures from right there at turn 3-4 where they ended up getting seats and they
Who-
were
who
down
we-
pretty low.
Who were you chatting with in our Facebook chat?
That was
That was him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the same person or not, but yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
he was
I'd like-
asking if I got tickets to Martinsville at that point, and I had to let him know that we didn't. But then he started sending me like pictures to be like, me and the boy got to go. He's a veteran, disabled veteran on one leg.
Oh, sure.
But
I-
he gave me and Johnny a ride back to
Cheers
our
to you, bro.
truck.
I don't know if you can see it, but that's an American flag on my glass right there.
Yeah,
Cheers
can't.
to the vets.
But yeah, we walked out with him and his son, and then he was like, "Hop in the truck, man," and he gave us a ride over to our truck.
Chilling. That's a nice way to, meet
Nice.
people.
I like your cup, Dump.
Hmm?
I said I like your cup.
Oh, my glitch cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Twitch glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two of these. Like when they came out, I was like, "Oh, those are perfect coffee cups for me." The inside of them's gray, outside of them's white, and then it's got the purple glitch on them, which is not as purple as it used to be, but it's still kind of purple.
Dishwasher.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if it changed color. You know, like those colors that
color,
those
I was
that
gonna
like
Same thing, girl.
if it's black when like you don't have anything in it, but then when you put something hot in it, it like turns
I have
gray
a
or
Doctor Who.
purple.
I have a Doctor Who mug that the TARDIS shows up on.
I have a beer mug that does the same thing, and then a shadow of the naked lady pops up. And as you drink it, it goes away.
Oh, the old ink pen.
Yeah,
That's all
kinda
that
cool.
reminds me of.
Thumb, Ryan, what the fuck you been up to in the last 2 weeks?
Working.
Yeah, of course. Work.
Wait,
Work.
have I done anything? Let me think here. Hold on. 2 weeks is a
have,
long
I,
time.
have I been alive?
I literally have done nothing but pretty much work. This past weekend, Saturday, I ran errands early and sat on the couch and did nothing.
Binged.
Sunday, I did freelance all day.
Yeah, binge some shit in the background.
Yeah, but I'm binging shit that nobody cares about. Like I'm binging D&D. Like I'm putting D&D campaigns on, and they just play episode after episode after episode, and they're 3 to 4 hours long episodes.
Well,
Yeah,
drop
that's
that
the reason
shit
why I
in our
didn't
sleep.
change my
Yeah.
watching as well, is because that's kind of what I've been doing. It's like I'm watching a whole bunch of just like obscure nonsense that is like
I put it in
nobody's
the
going to
show,
care about.
Critical Role,
Is it, yeah, okay, so you Critical
Acquisitions,
Role, okay, yeah,
Acquisitions Incorporated. That's
yeah.
D&D.
Don't we pull some of their streams from time to time?
No,
Don't-
I was watching
don't-
Audio Dungeon for a while, but
Okay.
it got to the point where I got too busy for the old campaign. I stopped watching, and then the new campaign, I watched the first episode, and they changed the entire way you basically roll up a character.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, we're making it easy. We're playing audio dungeon rules." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll check this out."
Right.
And it just seems so convoluted and complicated to someone who's played D&D as long as I have that it's like you just made it so much more complicated.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's always
man.
been.
And I'm not saying like I'm a purist by any degree, but
But no, you're
I was
right.
gonna say
because
that's good. I'm either going to invite you or not going to invite you based on that statement. But are
But-
you
but
in
he's-
Bob's back door?
probably not. Send me a link. I'll check it out.
Well, it's mainly because we're actually putting together a campaign. We got 3 people that are working on building one right now. We don't know when we're going to do it yet.
I'm in the middle of writing my. That's in my free time that I haven't been working. I've been writing my own campaign.
Yeah,
I've been doing
that's
my own
that's
world
kind of what we've
building
got
and-
going on. Is a group of people that are working on one right now. We don't know exactly when it's going to come together, but if you're interested, like we're talking about rolling characters over the next couple of weeks or so, and trying to kind of
Rolling
get some
on
things
rules?
together.
What set of
What are you
rules?
playing? Yeah, what set of rules?
What set of rules?
Like I said, you'll have to pop into
Okay, I'd be curious.
because we got a
Is it
specific channel
5e
that's
or is
dedicated to
it-
it right now.
is
That's
it-
just kind
Is
of
it D&D 5e or is it Vampire the Masquerade?
growing.
What could be anything if you're writing your own.
Well, it depends. on what
5e.
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 Okay.
Yeah, it looks to be a 5e.
I might be interested, depending
You
on
know.
how often the game sessions are and all that. I mean, it's
Well,
getting warmer out. I don't wanna
considering the group, it's definitely going to be spaced out a little bit because of how varied our time to get together is.
Mm.
Like this is also the same group that I Jackbox party game with
Okay.
and Among Us with,
Yeah.
which we've been
Send me,
enjoying the Murderer's Paradise, which is the airship.
I mean, send me an invite to the stream or the channel or Discord.
It's the
or wherever
Discord.
You're all doing.
Like I said, it's just our Discord. It's Bob's. It's the group of Bobs.
I'm not in that Discord.
Discord. $16 billion. What
But
a
I'll tell you what,
segue.
Discord. I can understand why
segue.
Discord has gotten so popular. I
Yeah,
actually
'cause
understand.
it's great at what it
everything
does.
about
Look. We said this years ago with Discord and various other chat capabilities. Discord was on the road to building what really needed to be done in the gaming community. And that's where their focus was the gaming community. I never understood personally why Amazon, aka Twitch, didn't just go, we'll buy you. 10 fucking years ago. Their game plan was
That's
to
true.
their game plan was to be everything that was missing in the gaming community. The channels to talk, the one place to add all your channels. You know, Microsoft tried it with their dashboard shit, but you're all over the place. They're still doing it now, and you're still all over the place.
Yeah, but Microsoft is laying very comfortably right now with Discord. So
Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much.
I
a
would
done-
not be surprised because that Discord deal is not done yet, right?
No, it's not. It's
I would not be surprised for Amazon to come in on the back end and swoop that deal away.
You know what? Then
Specifically for Twitch.
then they're gonna have to come up with 20 billion.
yeah, I was gonna say
Which
not
isn't
for
a big
anything.
deal.
And do you think Bezos wouldn't do that just to
That-
piss off fucking
But
the world?
hold on, here's where the failure comes in on understanding of how this all plays out. They bought the platform that they were going to buy already.
Yeah.
Their Twitch app is built on the platform that they bought. It's on
Yeah.
Curse. They've
Curse
already
AWS.
bought kind of a carbon copy of what Discord was at the time and
Yes.
have flushed it out to be its own thing. Like they already have a version. It's called the Twitch app.
Yeah, and you're right. It's primarily built on top of Curse, the same way Microsoft bought fucking Beam to build Mixer.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then shut it down.
The acquisition to try and pry this away from Microsoft right now, good luck, because there's not really a point for them to do it because they already have the base platform. They already have the functionality and everything else. Like Microsoft's the one who needed to get into the game on that level because their chat system, even though now they've finally got it on multiple platforms, it doesn't operate voice-wise. It doesn't operate as smoothly as they want, and Discord has got the features and everything else that they want to be able to take Xbox Network mobile the way they want
Well,
to.
and you see that's those keywords right there: Xbox mobile, Xbox period.
Xbox Network.
Microsoft-
That's the new branding of Microsoft's
Microsoft
Xbox.
is dumping all of a sudden again stupid amounts of money into the Xbox
Yep.
cross-platform platform. I
Yep,
know that
they
they're
are.
done, but they are.
Yeah, but
And
they're
going after
they're eliminating
Sony.
the platform part of it. Is what they're
Yes,
doing. They're spending so much money to get rid of the platform aspect of their gaming community
Yep.
to go with the Microsoft Cloud and the X Cloud to be able to play your games pretty much anywhere. Like just all right, so you own this game wherever you want to pick it up. Just like TVs used to be like the bragging thing was, oh, well, you can fling this from this to this to this to this, and it's like, well, yeah, well, I can't game on all those, and now you can. Now you can
That's
fling
right.
your game from your Xbox to your mobile phone when you're walking out the
That's
door
right.
and be like, hold on, I got to finish this mission before we get going.
Yep.
And you can
Isn't
walk
that
out the door
crazy?
doing that.
It seems
Oh,
like
look.
Microsoft was the only company really willing to dump the money in the development and
Amazon
really,
dumped the money. They just didn't know what was going on with it. They didn't know how to deal with it. Like Stadia, like Google and Stadia did one thing in a market where they were trying something, and then Amazon has been spending money acquiring certain infrastructure pieces to try and make their network of things.
Mm-hmm.
But
IoTs, baby.
yeah, it's
well,
different when you look
yeah,
at what
it's different
like how
because
Microsoft
X-
focused.
Microsoft actually wants to be in the gaming business. That's the difference.
And
Difference is
now they're
Amazon doesn't necessarily want to be in the gaming
No,
business.
they want to be the streaming service. They want you to come
Right.
to them to access all of the information, but they want you to buy your games through them too. Like that's the other thing where you can go to a channel, see a game, click a link, buy a game. Like
Yep.
they're wanting
Yep.
you to be able to do all those purchases directly through them too. Where Microsoft gave up the streaming part, which is a good thing. It was a drain
Yeah.
on the overhead that running that studio to run Mixer was not really getting them anywhere. Even the money that they spent, even spending the money on Shroud and Ninja that they spent
crazy money. I
to
mean, good.
get
That was
to give them
crazy.
but they were smooth about it. They noticed that it didn't give them the bump that they wanted, and they were like, "Well, that's what we spent." They were willing to buy out all of the contracts that they had, and to move away.
Mhm.
Yep.
And so that's for them to realize it that quickly that they were just like, "Okay, that didn't do what we wanted it to do. Let's just drop it and move away from this avenue. We'll just be the gaming space."
Right.
We
Which
don't
is
need to be the
fine.
share
It
space.
actually, yeah, that actually makes sense. Like they spent a lot of money in developing the console. They acquired studios to develop first party games. So it makes sense for them to be the platform where you consume your games, not necessarily the place where you talk about games.
They're the
not
next
necessarily
Valve.
place.
Microsoft has spent $30 billion in R&D
Yep.
from day one till now in the Xbox ecosystem.
Yeah, they knew. Like I'm telling you.
Over what, 15 years?
Yep,
And
they
now-
were willing to do it,
Yeah,
and
But now they're finally just going to go up after Sony and be like, you know what? It's kind of like the same thing with Apple. Apple always tout how great they are, and then you look at the specs and you compare it to PCs, and you're like, okay, you got a marginal gain, but you've got no fucking software. But you want to brag that you're the best in the industry. That's
but
called
see,
marketing.
okay, hold
That's
on.
called
This is where
marketing.
I think the fan gets in the way of the acts
This
of the
is what-
actual companies right now. Sony doesn't feel that way. And Sony
Oh,
just proved it with
does.
MLB The Show by pissing off every PlayStation owner because MLB
Well-
The Show 2021,
It's on every platform. They
it's
lost
on
the
every,
license.
hold on, it's on every platform, but
Yeah.
for the first time on Xbox.
Yes.
And what does it get? It gets to go to Game Pass.
Right.
Sony's
So,
property.
$5.
Sony's property is going to Microsoft and being published free of charge.
Yeah. Well, they lost.
Where
the
anybody will
licensing.
be able to get their hands on it. Where
Yeah.
PlayStation people who want to play Sony's property have to purchase it on
Yeah, for
Sony's
60
platform to play Sony's property
For $60. Yeah.
for 60
Where
bucks,
you
or
can get it
at a
for
minimum.
$5.
Yeah.
$5 or $11, depending on what subscription rate you have, whether it's Game Pass or Ultimate, whatever.
Yeah.
$10
Look,
for Game
Microsoft
Pass
did the
Ultimate.
same thing. Spent stupid amounts of money for Bethesda, and then turned around and went, "Okay,
Here's the whole category.
every fucking game that you like from Bethesda, it's in Game Pass now."
Oh, yeah, and
Yep.
we're not shutting down the company in any way, shape, or form. We're going to let them continue development. Oh, yeah, we're going to speed up the process. Here's your next Elder Scrolls.
You know, my point was, and I wasn't trying to knock any one company in the industry, because if anybody understands marketing, I understand marketing. I've been in that industry for, I don't know, 20 fucking years. Marketing, coding, marketing. It's the same shit.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
well,
FYI,
but
coding
you
is
know what
not
I mean.
marketing.
You got to have a marketing plan behind whatever you're building.
I
I've
like
been
how
in
he
marketing
lumps.
for many years.
I like
many
how he
years.
lumps things here.
But I understand, the whole, well, Apple is great, and but my fucking Microsoft Surface tablet is better than yours, and it's all marketing ploys. And Microsoft finally stepped up and is now going, you know what? Fuck it. We're all in. Fuck Sony. We'll prove to you why they really suck as a console. Oh, how's that working for you, Sony? How's all them, day one games working out for you? Oh, you can't figure it out that you're just now discontinuing everything that's ever been made until a PlayStation 3 and forward, where we've got original Xbox fucking games playing over here, bitches.
Yeah, but
Here's
see,
the
I don't think that's the.
I don't think that's really where they're at. I feel like that's where they were at when they launched the original Xbox. Where people were like, "What are you even doing, Microsoft?
Yeah.
Go back and make another PC. Like, what are you doing launching this gaming console in this market you know nothing about? What is this giant green box in my house? What is this nonsense?" I feel like at that point, they were like, well, we're going to prove to you that we're here and we're serious. And we're a serious competitor in this business. But now,
They've lagged behind
really?
20 fucking, 18 years.
Technology has almost pushed the console out of the way,
Yeah.
except for
precisely.
your convenient gamers.
That's true.
Because serious gamers don't necessarily need the console
Not
as much.
necessarily. Nah.
Like, serious gamers have moved themselves into a frame of gaming seriously, and competitive gamers are PC gamers or mobile
Wait,
gamers.
are you come on, are we seriously in the PC master race?
No.
conversation now?
You see, you just started talking over the fact of I said in mobile gamers, because mobile gamers are actually competitive
Oh,
gaming.
okay.
Console, you don't show up at an event anymore and get a console.
No.
There's no
But you
console
can
events.
get-
Like the big gaming competitions are either mobile based or PC based.
Yes, but you can get a controller.
Madden's done on an Xbox.
You get a controller, but you don't get a console, is what I'm saying.
No, you don't.
I didn't,
yeah,
I
you don't
didn't
get
say
a
any.
console.
Controller
Madden's
gaming
done-
is superior in
know.
certain aspects, but
Madden-
they're not
Madden
like.
It's done on an Xbox, and that's the biggest payout of all
What?
fucking.
Wait, what's?
Madden is a piece of broken trash. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
hold
We
on.
know that,
Yeah,
but-
Madden is also the most inferior game you could have ever brought to the table too, because
Yeah.
the biggest
The point of
tournaments
the fact
are
is
FIFA
that-
tournaments,
Dota
and the biggest
2.
tournaments are Dota
Yeah.
tournaments, and the biggest tournaments are they're
those
Madden
big
doesn't even
tournaments of
Madden
size,
is
not
an
a payout.
American thing. You
Not
just
on-
local
not on payout.
isolationist.
Not on payout, and it's not local, and not on payout, bro. I mean, it's the largest paid out esport there is. It always has
It's
been.
because it's American based and it's all a big
licensed
hype
to
machine that
hell.
is literally
Yeah.
it's
not American based
it doesn't
anymore.
yeah,
It was almost a
the
London
biggest
team who
the
won it last
biggest
year.
money maker is League of Legends.
Well,
Yes. Thank you. I was gonna
Hands
say that
down.
just now.
And
Thank
Madden
you.
can't even think about what it would be
Well,
to
that's
be
true.
close to a League of Legends.
That's true. LOL. Look, you can go to fucking DraftKings or FanDuel and bet on it. So yeah, you're absolutely right. LOL is the biggest as far as tournament wise, and maybe it is now. It's not. It's not single.
Madden can't hold a
Madden's
candle
still
to it, dude.
payout. Madden's still single payout.
Madden's
And
the biggest
it
payout
is-
for a console game, and it's
Whatever, dude. Like,
yeah, it's
I
Madden is so
really
far
don't-
under everything. Like it can't
Yeah.
compete with the audience that just plays FIFA over Madden.
Right. Like pretty
Like
much
just in
any
its own
other
gaming sphere, it can't compete.
competitive game is superior to Madden. Like anything that you can think of.
I'm not supporting the game. I was supporting payouts.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. It's backed by the NFL, who's continuously trying to drum up support. It's one of those things. Like, so what? They pay a lot of money. One or two guys are getting a lot of money because there's only like 25 guys that are really competing in the tournaments. Like their player count, just because they make big money, it's kind of spending money stupidly. Because let's talk about what a Dota tournament looks like in an arena filled with competitors that are behind the teams and everything else. Madden doesn't have none of that shit. Madden doesn't play in stadiums.
2020 Dota.
I don't know of any serious gamer that actually plays Madden. Like who?
I mean, I know of a lot of serious Madden players, but I don't know of like.
I know two people. I know one who actually played in the Madden tournament, and I know two others who have not placed to get into it.
Yeah, but I'm saying serious Madden players are what more that is than anything else.
I think
Yeah.
my
Right.
my ex-wife's nephew placed 68th or some shit in the Madden tournament. Last year's Dota tournament 2020, all of the tournaments they had paid out $34 million. It surpassed everyone else in the largest payout, but asterisk on it, due to the pandemic, the payout was also crowdsourced. So you
Okay.
signed up and said, "Well, I'll donate $200 to the winner," which I think they contributed to 2.5%, 2.6%. So what is that? $6 million from individuals.
Yeah.
So it wasn't big
Again,
sponsored,
I
but
don't
it's the
know.
first one to surpass the $35 million mark, or 34,333, whatever the
I
fuck.
think Madden is one of those things that can exist or it cannot exist. I don't think if they stop making Madden that anyone would cry.
Oh, there
No,
would
it's
there
not.
would
It's
be a
the game.
definite community of people who would be highly upset by it. But when I'm saying in
Oh,
scale for
Yeah.
you to hold Madden up as some big thing, the only thing they're big on is a paycheck. And when
Right.
it comes to gaming, they're not even a fish in the pool. They're kind of plankton when it really comes down to it.
Fortnite payout was 15 mil, to put a little bit of perspective.
Yeah, but when you take any of
On the-
those and then you throw Madden was held inside of an arcade in
Oh, yeah.
fucking Columbus, Ohio, and the League of Legends tournament was held in Madison Square Garden in front of
Yeah, and nationally too.
yeah, I mean it's that type of thing. Like when
Yeah.
you're talking about these, like nobody cares about the paycheck when it really comes down to it.
Yeah.
As far as the prestige of being in these massive fucking events that take place.
Yeah. Right. I think what Webb is saying is that if your goal is to make the maximum amount of money, perhaps Madden is the
Yeah.
way to go.
Yeah.
Learn to
Simply
play
because
football.
there are less people playing it and,
Yeah.
Learn to
there's
play
more
that,
money in it.
or get really good at shooting for your CS:GO /Dota 2 fucking tournaments. And Fortnite, forget it, because you're never going to beat a 14-year-old. Some of them are really fucking good.
Well, that's
There's
kind of the
a
case.
lot of really good people.
Yeah, I was
with
gonna say that's kind of the
that.
case with all of those games that are in that tournament bracket. Like when you look at like some of the extreme gaming tournaments,
Yeah.
like yeah, get ready because
Sure. Oh, shit.
but the pools are so huge, and they're pulling from so much talent.
Yeah, it's actually more fun to. I think that's why it's more fun to watch, because there's so many people, and they're all so good.
Well,
Like,
what's fun is seeing these big companies that have put together these dime fucking tournament groups, and then some group from like
yep.
South Korea just shows up and goes, "Oh yeah, we just picked up this game last week. We're wondering, can we be in your tournament?" And then they dominate everybody.
Yeah.
Like it's
that's so much
hilarious to
fun.
watch, like how the ups and downs of their tournaments are. You know, because with Madden, not for anything, big time talent in their sphere is, like I said, I wasn't kidding when I'm like, it's like 25 dudes, and it's pretty much the same 25 dudes.
Yep.
Like all the time.
Yep, I agree with you completely.
You know,
trust me, I wasn't bringing it up to support the game at all because we all know the game is trash. We've spent enough money. I mean, you want me to turn the camera around and show you a shelf full of Madden fucking 1999 all the way up. I mean, we've all spent stupid money.
Ah, Madden. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've
Do you
got.
guys
I
believe
think I've
in the
even got
Madden
Madden
curse?
2021
I
or
haven't
something like
bought
that.
Madden in 4 years. My
Do you guys
last,
believe in the Madden curse?
yes,
There is
Yeah.
some validity to it.
yeah. I don't care how many people have broken the curse. Oh, it didn't happen in such and such. Yeah, well, it happened to fucking 16 others.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If-
I do.
If
I
I
do.
was a football player, I'd be like, I don't care how much money you're offering me. I will not be on the cover of this shit. Like, it's not
There have
happening.
been several people who have turned it down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah, I
always
wasn't-
interesting to see like the guy who's willing to make the sacrifice, almost.
I
You
mean,
know,
and-
because
and-
you're like,
and-
all right, so these guys all played really good. Are they going to go on the cover though? I mean,
Yeah.
what did we get? We got the lineman that one year because like none of the quarterbacks were interested. We got a center on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, in certain cities, yeah. But I wasn't defending the game. I mean, to be completely transparent, I would rather play FIFA than
Well,
play
and
Madden.
more people in the world would.
Yeah, I
you
think FIFA is actually a better game. Same mechanics, just it. I don't know. It
EA focused more on getting it right the best.
plays better with the controller as a soccer player or a football player than a football player.
Isn't that amazing to me? Isn't that amazing to you guys? The fact that this very lucrative licensed property gets less development love than pretty much anything else. Like, they've been recycling the same engine for the past like decade.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
but
about
we-
the fact
the
that
only
this
thing
was
we did-
their
Wait,
this was their
hold on
money.
1 second.
Yeah,
What,
wait.
FIFA?
Go ahead.
No,
Ren.
no, no. I'm talking about
FIFA.
Madden.
Well,
Madden.
let's talk
So
about
Madden,
EA's
Madden basically
cash cow.
takes everything from FIFA a year later and puts it in Madden. And the only reason why they don't put development time into Madden is they know every American father and son football player is
Yeah.
going to buy it no matter what.
Well, didn't they spend the
Whereas
money?
FIFA, everyone around the world in every country outside of America where
Yeah, it's playing, yeah.
football is soccer and it is a lifestyle, not a American pastime.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. It is
That's true.
played. It is played 11 out of 12 months of the year
Yeah.
professionally.
Yeah, I guess I mean for Madden though, Madden is
have to.
probably I know, but if you're gonna sink money into something,
It was their cash cow, though. It's Madden is essentially what built EA when it really comes down to it, because the money that was
Yeah.
made in the early days of EA Madden, that company grew so much and allowed them to do a lot of the other things that they did. Now, the moneymaker is definitely FIFA. You need to throw that money in there. That game needs to be very well polished. It needs to have new innovations all the time
Yeah.
because that community is so passionate about the sport that if
Right.
you screw up their representation, there's a lot of lost sales, you know. And so that's what Ren was referencing about how, like, now FIFA is the lead on that and Madden gets those developments, but it's usually like a year later or something like that. It's never...
Yeah, you build it for one and then filter it down. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you're talking about Madden. I mean, let's go back to the 90s. That was the sports game to buy.
Oh, yeah.
2K was just in its infinite stages with their, I think they dropped their first version in 1999, if I'm not mistaken. Hence the 2K of the company. But Madden was the de facto, and back then it was PC. It was it. It was it. There was no
Yep.
gaming on anything else. Yeah, I mean, you had your PlayStation, and that was it. PlayStation 2. I don't even think 3 was out yet. But
No.
but the masses were gaming on a PC at that point. I mean, fucking not if anybody ever remembers, and I can go dig them out of the attic somewhere. But even Intel was buried in controllers. They were building controllers for PC gamers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I have them upstairs
Yeah.
somewhere. They were boomerangs. It was a boomerang, and they were wireless. And you had this fucking Hershey Kiss size, huge fucking 8-inch Hershey's Kiss that you had to sit there that could pick up the fucking controllers.
Yeah.
But you can only have
Yeah.
3 on a PC. You can only have 3 controllers, even though you could buy 4. You can only have 3 and a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when
And
I
a
was a
keyboard.
kid, gaming on a PC wasn't really a thing.
No, I mean that you know that's 1996. I think was the first Madden I bought, and that was probably coming over from Techno Bowl, or do I still have it in the drawer here?
Tecmo Bowl was the shit.
Right here. What about one of these? Is that on camera? Can you see that? I
Nope.
got one.
No. Oh, kinda.
Oh yeah,
what
is
handheld
that?
football, little mini football.
Yeah, Mattel Electronics. Yeah, that's my keychain one. Yeah. That you went from that to a PC, and it was fucking leaps and bounds beyond anything else. You know, your sports on a console at that time. What'd you have? An Atari? An
Oh,
Activision?
boy.
I was a big fan of
I
the
was a
Tiger hat.
kid.
Big fan of the
I
Tiger
had
handheld.
a Sega Genesis. That was
Sega
my
Genesis, Tiger
when I was
handheld.
the first console that I owned as a kid.
But you know, a lot of money went into the EA. I mean, they got the licensing for every sport at that time, all of them. Had them all: NHL, NBA, MLB, FIFA, NASCAR. There's the big 4.
Yeah.
They had them all.
Yeah.
And they had them all for like 20 fucking years until they lost bits here and there. But I think the acquisition of or partnership with Dice's engine really propelled them, and that's what makes FIFA so great.
Battlefield Bad Company 2, and then Madden announced that they would be using the DICE engine for
Yeah,
the next
Frostbite
Madden, and
Yeah.
then FIFA came along, and they were like, "We
FIFA
can do
was
more
out
with
of luck.
this."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that
And
was its arc.
And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't no less than 3 years ago that the EA studios opened up in not Quebec, the other one, and
Montreal.
they brought. No, it might not have been Montreal. It was the other one that they put the big fucking room in to censor everybody, and they built the 3D modeling room, and they brought in fucking people to put in them suits. And let's play a friendly game of one-on-one. You want to shoot hoops, bro? Put this suit on.
Mhm.
And then they started to digitize everybody and definitely made the EA sports engine that much better. And in combination with the Frostbite engine, which gave you, I mean, if you've ever played any Battlefield game, the things you can do in that game, like peek around corners or slide or dive, are way better than any Call of Duty game ever.
Well,
Yeah.
they do use a different engine entirely. Like the
Dice wrote their own engine and did it in Frostbite and
Frostbite.
Right, Frostbite, and now it's Frostbite 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken. But with EA getting in bed with them, they were able to take the two technologies and merge them together and create something that is better
Frostbite-
than what
Frostbite
2K
took
could
Madden
do.
to the next level.
Yeah,
Like,
without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
yeah, that engine
Nice.
that engine made a lot of things better though.
You know, and
It
I'm not.
did.
I mean,
It did.
Madden's still a shitty game, but you know, go. I played the new NHL 21. And
Oh my god, that's gotta be the most boring shit ever.
it's fucking hard.
Like,
It's
I'm
hard.
already bored by live, like
It's
hockey.
hard. It's
And
def-
now you made it into a video game.
Well, you know, they took everything they learned from FIFA and pushed it into hockey, and I'm assuming the next one will be, you know, NBA 2K222,
Mhm.
and now that they've announced that NCAA is coming back, I'm sure they're going to take all those mechanics and meld them into that. So, you know, you think about FIFA being the driver on it, but next year it's going to be all the technology behind the NCAA game. I mean, it's the first time in 10 years, so you know they're sinking everything they can into that. That engine's only going to get better and better. But you're right, Madden sucks still. As much
Yeah, but
as
it's also in an amazing place in consideration of where it originally was.
oh hell yeah,
Like, to watch a player run down the field in Madden now, like separate from playing the game, just to watch the mechanics work,
more fluid.
it's actually outstanding that they get that real of movement out of that digital space.
Yeah.
Right. The technology has advanced to the point where they can render things quite accurately. Mechanically, it's still broken.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Disagree with that.
Yeah.
And I think their ratings on a lot of the players are just a tad bit off. Just a tad bit off. You can build a team that just annihilates everything.
Well,
Makes
yeah.
no sense. Makes no sense.
That's the
Well,
thing I don't
it's
like
a
about.
video game.
That's the thing I don't like about the sports games in general. Is now
just
that
can't-
they've been reduced to this mutt or foot, according to which
Yeah.
one you're playing. You're either
Yeah.
Madden Ultimate Team or you're Football
Yeah.
Ultimate Team, FIFA
Yeah.
Ultimate Team, Foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that
mean,
has clouded a little bit of the gameplay aspect of it because you can now have two of the same guys on different teams.
Yep.
So if I get Pele over here and you got Pele over there, well, if you've got, 87 Pele and I got like 91 Pele, your Pele's got more experience, but mine's got more speed and I'm still better. And I think that mismatch, that balance of the same player with so many varied stats,
Yeah.
kind of degrades the game a little bit because it's like, oh man, I just, got me a Michael Jordan, but it's only like rookie Michael Jordan. It's not
I
primetime
see
Michael
that.
Jordan.
Right.
I
Can you upgrade your rookie Michael Jordan so that he gains 2 years of experience and becomes like promising rookie Michael
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes, because
Oh,
you can.
okay.
yeah, but that's if you get enough rookie Michael Jordans to make another one.
Yeah, you can work them through the ranks and collect. And, yeah.
It's still RNG on getting the Madden and FIFA came under fire for the card system about
Right.
how it's gambling to a degree and
Right.
what it does for the economic of the
Yeah.
pay to play
That was a
aspect
big
of their
issue
game.
for a while.
Look,
Yeah.
all I give a shit about out of EA is make a better Star Wars game, and I'm down for that. But can you just, November, please, November. Can you just give me Battlefield 6? That's all.
That
Just give me
game's going to
Battlefield
be
6.
fucking incredible. I don't care if they take more time on it.
Yep, that's fine because I understand they're moving into the future with that game too.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What futuristic setting with a robot dog you can get on and fucking ride?
Dude,
Down for that.
okay, I'm only gonna cite the game from the exposure I have from Maximus Prime,
Yeah.
and when Call of Duty took a perfectly good war game and put it in the future,
It's never perfect.
everybody hated it.
Jetpack sucked. But they Titanfall dropped and they panicked. So all of a sudden, everybody needed to have a jetpack because that's the way all games are going to go. Everybody's going to be flying around. And it was 2 games.
Just take Battlefield.
I mean,
and
let me tell you something.
embellish what an already great game was.
If
there is
Destiny
no
was
need
a
to take
game
it
where
in
you
the
had a backpack, I would have fucking canned that game 5 years ago.
So you essentially have one anyway
No,
with
no,
double, triple jump
no,
with all your
double and
fucking things
triple-
you can add to your
Double and
shit.
triple jumps are completely fine. I don't have a fucking backpack where I can double jump and then whoosh, take off and fly across the fucking map. If Destiny had that, I would have been out of that game 6 months. out of that game.
I think that's why we had Anthem for a moment.
And that game sucked too.
Anthem was
That-
amazing.
Oh,
Anthem was
Anthem at
trash,
its core, the philosophy that was built there
Yeah,
was
philosophy.
amazing and was going to be
This-
incredible
Story.
if they would have had development.
The core idea of Anthem was interesting.
I mean, what are
If
you
you
gonna
had been able to fly like they wanted you to think you could, if you had been able, if they had weapon variety,
Yeah,
if they had
anywhere you wanted to
fixed
go,
the
like they
whole-
said you could.
yeah, like they said you could. If they had fixed the whole issue with the weapon variety, all the weapons are the same. If they had fixed the loading time issue where you would go in a tunnel and then there would be a loading screen for 30 seconds and then you went in wherever you were going. Like it wasn't even a separate space. It was just like a cave within a given space.
Oh, that sounds like Destiny, Jay.
Destiny doesn't have loading times like that.
Oh, yes, it does. I have been.
They hide
It
it really
did.
well.
Maybe because I always have the next gen Xbox. That I will load in and wait at a fucking go to run and all of a sudden stuck in the air for 30
Yeah,
seconds.
that happens periodically, but for the most part,
Happens
it
in
actually playing Anthem made me appreciate how
Yeah.
well
Yeah,
Destiny hides its loading times.
the load on that was pretty.
Yeah.
nasty. I will give you that. It's the same thing
And
with
then came Outriders.
Can...
Titanfall. Titanfall was horrible too.
Titanfall wasn't bad. It was just like kind of. It was just kind of dull, you know. It was just. It didn't really catch me right away. I was just kind of like, yeah, this could be fun, I guess. Whatever. I just didn't go back to it. I played a little
Well
bit
said.
and then I went back to it.
I will say the cool thing about that game's engine, and I hated the game. I fucking hated that game. And I played a lot of it. The coolest thing about their engine was you could run on the side of the building walls.
Yeah, that was cool.
What other game besides like Tony Hawk can you do that?
Prince of Persia.
You can do that in Prince of Persia. I think you can do it in Marvel too.
I don't
what?
know. I think in
You
and
can
like games like Mirror's Edge, you
Well,
know, where it's
Mirror's
like
Edge-
all like a big parkour thing, you
Oh,
know.
and Mirror's Edge was a Microsoft game.
Yeah.
And you're going back to day one Xbox. and
Also, Ninja Gaiden. Did you guys play Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden Black, I was a big fan when they reintroduced that game.
Ninja Gaiden. Oh my God, Ninja Gaiden was like, just to go back to the whole Microsoft conversation. Like that was the game that convinced me I needed an Xbox because it was like, what is going on with this game right now? This is on an Xbox. I need this in my life.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. So yeah, Ninja Gaiden, you could run on a bunch of different things. You could run on the side of walls, you could run on like the side of buildings, you could run on like little like ropes, you know. It was awesome. It was hard, but it was awesome. It's a great game.
Star Wars tried to do that with their latest release.
Well,
Well, no, not their latest release. When they did the Jedi Order or whatever that was,
Oh yeah.
like
I
that guy was able to run on walls and other stuff and do all of the neat stuff, but the environment wasn't as free as Mirror's Edge was.
yeah.
Woo!
Bless you.
But yeah, good games.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Webb's all of a sudden gone.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. I was totally.
I need another beer.
Okay.
I think the problem with video games these days is 90% of them are either hyper repetitive, like Destiny. I've watched people play Destiny, and you can be like, "Oh, a new season of Destiny dropped," but I'll watch them play the game, and you're doing the same thing. You're running around shooting shit.
Haven't played it.
trying to beat a time clock. Nothing in the game has advanced. Nothing has progressed. And I'm going to make the same comparison in my world of like Clash Royale and Clash mobile gaming. I've been playing this game for almost 5 years now, and I can tell you from the minute the game starts and somebody drops their first card exactly what deck I'm playing, because I'm still seeing the same metas in the game that I saw 5 years ago.
Yeah,
And
it's kind of
and
like
it
playing
gets to
chess
be
at this point.
boring. It's
Yeah,
not even
kind of
chess. You're like, oh, I'm playing this deck. Okay, I need to drop this card. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I need to do this. And if my cards are not in the order I need them to be in, all right, I got to do this and this and this and this to get my syncing right. And
Yeah, it essentially becomes
it's just
chess
at the point
point.
where it's like,
That's
and the
the same
problem
thing.
with that is, but hold on, the problem with that is Clash being a freemium game where you
Mhm.
can literally play the game with not dropping a cent into it. It takes you such a large expanse of time to get that one deck that's totally maxed out in your Mac Daddy deck that you don't want to play anything else as a player because it took you so long to get here.
Right.
So it's not the player fault. It's game developers' fault for letting it stagnate. And yes, you do balance changes and you nerf cards and buff cards and you do things to try and keep things interesting and force people to introduce new metas. It doesn't work because people are going to do what people are going to do. It's the same thing in Destiny. New season of Destiny, you got to go do this and it's the Fallen and it's this and it's that and you got to go to the Dreadnought. Well, you've been doing this year over year for 6 years doing the same shit.
Exactly.
But you're
Basically.
still willing to spend $119 for a season pass.
Yeah, haven't
And
played.
they know as a developer, I don't need to do anything more than what I'm doing now because I have my fan base,
Breaking the
whether
money.
it's 30 million, 30,000, or 120 million, that are going to pay $119 for a season pass.
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. You're absolutely
So,
right.
in my opinion, at this point
But
in
is that
time,
on the game
whether it's,
developer? Or
I
is
think
it-
it's, no, that
Wait,
is
wait, wait, wait.
completely on the game developer.
Let me make the statement. Is it on the game developer, or is it on the player who is like, all right, new storyline. It's okay, I'm going to do the same shit because it's a new storyline.
No, because the way the game developers market it
Yeah.
is this is new and exciting. And you as the player, because it's your favorite fucking game that you want to play, are like, new and exciting.
Mm.
You got me on the hook right now.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's drops, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to give him my $119.99 this time because I'm not a believer. And all of a sudden that day drops and you don't buy it. But all of a sudden you see a bunch of your friends online.
I was gonna say one of your
playing
buddies
that
is like,
game.
"Yo,
Not
It's
one.
Wait,
dope.
are you coming in? You coming to play?
No,
And all
you
of a
know
sudden
the
you're like,
rules.
well,
It's not one.
there
It's
goes my $119.99 because now you just got peer pressured into it.
sure.
So
Friends are there.
my point of the statement is
I went to grab a beer.
video gaming in general is very stagnated. Game developers find a
niche.
They
no,
find the
they
formula.
find a recipe. They
Yeah.
find a recipe that works.
Formula. That's a good word. Formula.
And they
Okay.
exploit it. And they will exploit it until they have
Grab another beer. I fucking.
gotten as much money out of it as they can.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm with you there."
I think every game developer does that. Every game
Now,
developer.
Thump, I'll give you credit. You'll go to Steam and you'll play a $2.99 game or a 99-cent game or the free game of the week or a $15.99 game, and you'll play the shit out of it. And at the end of the day, you probably can justify getting your money's worth out of it based on hours spent playing it.
Hours
Whether it
spent
was
to
a
dollar
good
amount.
game, whether it was a good game, a shitty game, a horrible game.
Oh,
You'll
AAA
still
titles are the
justify your purchase going.
yeah. AAA
played the
titles
game,
are the
it
hardest thing to
sucked,
buy
it was
right
okay.
now. Yeah,
Well,
AAA
hell-
titles are the hardest thing to buy right now because across the industry, like you're saying, like everything seems to be the same. Every game seems to be wanting to do the same thing. Like Seven was saying about the formula Once a formula is put out there, you get more and more and more of the people who do that. Like the developers end up in that same rut because the players made it work one time and then they shoved that down our throat.
Sure.
So
but-
it's column A, column B on this because people say that they ruined Fortnite by putting Battle Royale in it. Okay?
What? Come on. Who says that?
People who loved playing like stationary tower defense games. That
Yeah,
is
but it
exactly what
didn't-
Fortnite was before it became this thing that it
was.
is.
I played it day one and it was boring as fuck. Like I was not.
Well, that's
interested.
not your style,
You
though.
know,
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's not your style. There is a huge section of the community, though, that was like, "This game is amazing," and
You
then
remember
on the
when
other
you
look at
side, they
mobile
put this
gaming?
battle royal shit in, and all of a sudden, it's like, well, and then they drop the original game, and everybody's like, "But I like the original game, and I wanted to
Yeah,
continue
because
playing
the
it."
vast majority of people who play Fortnite are not the people who were playing it initially.
Yeah, but okay,
Like,
here, hold on a second. The reason why Fortnite did great, and Thump, I'm going to agree with you, a vast majority of hyper successful games on a mobile platform are tower defense games.
not only
You
mobile.
can go look in any app store.
Remember?
You can, but you can go look in any app store, and it's going to be
Mhm.
within the top 100. You have at least 15 to 20 tower defense games.
Yeah,
that
tower
are
defense games
top
and
of the
swap games like
Yeah, you're
Candy
gonna have
Crush
swap,
style.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yep.
You took Fortnite, and what made Fortnite so hyper successful was a great marketing campaign, and B, at the time when they dropped that, parents were tired of paying $69 for a video game, and Fortnite dropped for free. Here's a game.
well, their battle
kid,
royal dropped
go
for free. The
play
original
it.
game was $30.
yeah, originally it was $30.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
Fortnite was
when it
30
got
bucks.
popularity, when it became hyper popular, it was a free to play game.
No, the battle
it was
royal. No,
also-
the battle
yeah.
royal dropped as free to play. The base
Right.
game
And
you
that's
still
when
had to
everybody
pay
jumped on
for,
board.
but you could go
Yeah.
play the battle royal version for free.
And it wasn't really
Everybody
about
jumped on
parents
board when
being
it was free to
tired
play.
of. It was free to play, but also it was a battle royale, and at the time, the other battle royale game that was popular was PUBG.
Yeah,
Like, so they just jumped at that very critical moment
Yeah,
where
but they also made it appeal more towards younger individuals because
Yeah.
of the cartoony aspect of it and the less of
Yeah, the cartoon
the wartime aspect of
Yeah.
well, yeah,
PUBG.
it made
it reached
fun
a
of
wider
itself.
audience.
it did.
Yeah, it made fun of
definitely-
itself. It wasn't serious like PUBG.
What was the first battle royale game?
The first
H1Z1.
Anybody else got an opinion?
I mean, as far as like, I guess
that's the
modernly
first one I heard
classified.
about. Yeah.
Left 4 Dead.
Woo, Lucian!
No,
I am having
it-
trouble keeping up with your chat.
No, Left 4 Dead, no, because it was 4-player.
4v4.
It was 4v1.
No, it was 4v4.
The only mode they had was 4v1, where you could have 4 players and one could be the monster and try and kill you all.
Oh yeah, see, I don't hold those as
Yeah.
battle royal games.
No, you
I'm-
could have 4v4. You could have 4 that could play the
All right, 4 monsters.
villains, and you could have 4 that
Left
could
4
play
Dead.
Luca.
It's 4v4, but yeah, no, battle
That's
royale.
not battle royale.
I was gonna
Battle
say I don't
Royale
qualify
is-
either of those as battle royal. I think the battle royal is free for all. Period. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
battle
it's
royale
one
is free for
versus
all.
it. Like if you want
So-
to say anything remotely close to it, I'm gonna get real stupid with my answer here. The only other thing that compares to it throughout the history of gaming would be the game show that was played on Xbox Network. 1 versus 100. That's the
Okay.
only comparison that could be
Yeah.
made because until these games came along with these modern battle royal formats, which would be H1Z1 survival or Killzone, whatever the fuck it was,
Yeah, I think I can go back before that and just throw
and
out
PUBG.
Battlefield 4.
With
Battlefield 4 was 32 on 32.
what? No, see that's a team-based match. That's not what we're talking about. It's not a battle royal. It's a team-based match.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That was still team based because it was broken up into
Yeah,
groups of
32
4.
versus 32, and then they were groups of 4v whatevers. Like,
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
You know what? You're right. I'll give you H1Z1. I'll give you that.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it was solo or group,
Yeah.
and it was against all the other group and all the other solos. Like that's
Yeah.
what it
Yeah.
was. So the battle royal aspect, all for nothing, or all for everything, is it's definitely got to be H1Z1 and PUBG coming out around that same like avenue, like PlayerUnknown breaking away from the development team over at Sony with H1Z1 when they got purchased, and that's what led through that whole section of time. And then Fortnite, like you said, they capitalized on the kid aspect. They were like, this strange, hardcore zombie scary game's not really. It's got players, but it's not really selling. Then this really strict baseline military game, like it's doing good, but where do we get like the kids in? And so they were like, well, let's take this construction element of our game that we've got with our defense system, and
Right.
now let's put them against each other instead of invading horde of something. And
In the chat, Lucian here is talking about Battlefield being large scale team based, which I don't disagree with because you were right, Thump. It was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna squad up my buddies and we'll go into a 32v32. But
Right.
yeah, but it's still 32v32.
Yeah.
You're not ever going into a battle
Well-
royal game
well,
and doing
yeah.
32v32. You're going into a battle royal game and doing 1 to 4 versus
no,
how many ever people are out there.
You're absolutely right. But what I wanted to make the point of was, he says large scale team based with objective based mini squads, and that's absolutely true. Absolutely.
Yeah, and Fortnite has a
his
skill gap
next
in the form
comment
of its building mechanics.
The next comment of you can spend an entire game and not meeting other teammates, I don't agree with that. I mean, if you remember Battlefield Bad Company 2 when they introduced that rampage mode, you were the aggressor and the other person was defense.
Yeah, attacking division.
Right, yeah, right. Tactical assault or whatever you want to call it. But you were going in there with everybody. And you were
Yeah, but
head
you were
on
going
everybody.
against another team. You're
Yeah.
failing at the one point of this
No,
whole
no, no,
conversation.
no,
A
I'm not-
battle
I'm not
royal
saying that.
game is not
Yes.
a team v
Well-
team game. It's a wide open free for all. It is
Right.
PvP in Destiny called Mayhem, free for all.
Yeah, okay, so PUBG isn't that Thump, you
Yeah,
want-
That's game
so
number
funny.
2.
Mayhem is like a very controlled battle royale.
Yes.
Control battle royale, yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, PUBG isn't that the same thing? Like, Thump, let's squad up and you and I will go run PUBG.
Yes,
as a
but it
team
was us versus
against
all the other
everyone else.
squads. We had no team out there.
Okay. So isn't that large scale team with objective based mini squad?
No.
Really? Because all I'm trying to do is run with my buddy.
Yeah.
2 versus 100, and they could be teammates also to get
But-
to an objective.
But you're never
little
teaming.
tiny
You're
circle.
never teaming up with another team to do things. It's not part of the mechanics of it.
No open squad. Is there open squad? No, there's no open.
No.
No, it's just
What I'm
you.
saying is,
I
it
mean,
doesn't matter whether any of these made-up scenarios you're blowing up in your head right now. None of them are true. In any game that you're talking, PUBG, you are not going to run into a friendly squad. You're not going to run into a squad that is on your team.
Okay, friendly side. Okay. You are correct.
Yes,
That's
I know
right.
I am.
Yeah, never gonna. That. No, I'm agreeing with you. You're right. I'm justifying it in my head as we're
I know I'm
discussing-
trying to clarify things for you so you can get away from whatever you were thinking. PUBG in no way, shape, or form was ever a team-based game. Squad-based maybe, but team-based never.
Right.
And I agree with Lucent right there on that comment of if you're doing your job in a game like Battlefield 4, you're right. You'll never see anybody else.
True
That's
that.
right. Sniper. Yup. Never gonna see anybody else. Maybe.
And that
your
does,
teammate
okay, that does
medic-
not extend to every
Well,
arena-based shooter.
Not ever, yeah. I mean, Battle Royales is supposed to be the 1v. I mean, PUBG took it to, well, okay, team up with a friend and play 2v. Or
Well, yeah, you could do 2Vs or 4Vs, but it's still that same. It whether you're doing 1 or whether you're doing 4, it's still your one group versus all the other groups, and that's why I said like Battlefield tried it with their battle royal thing, which wasn't the 32v32. They put in a battle royal style game, which was a team versus all the teams kind of thing. You know, but it's always the one against all, not two people working on like the same kind of thing.
Battlefield Frontline or something like that. Was that the name of it?
What?
Can't remember. The Battlefield
Which
game.
one? Oh, I don't remember.
It was Battlefield.
Rob Bank. And everybody.
It was Battlefield 1 or whatever it was. That.
Oh, was it the one that had?
It was just Battlefield.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Ooh, I don't remember. I think it was Battlefield 1. Like,
I think it was either Battlefield 1 or just Battlefield, but that's the one that they put their battle royal into.
Yeah, it was after 1942, without a doubt. So it had to have been Battlefield or 1, whichever the marketing was on that.
Yeah, it was at that time where they did the World War One style fighting, and had the battle royal was the popular game type, so they introduced a function into their game with it.
Exactly. That's exactly.
Because it wasn't even designed originally to be in their game.
No, they added it in later.
Lucen's right in his chat again. You know, PUBG's got vehicles, so it makes it a little bit less stressful on you because you're in with your mate, you jump in a vehicle and you drive all around. Me and Thump know that.
Well, which is what the big sell on Call of Duty is right now. Yeah, the big sell on COD right now, and even Fortnite played with it a little bit by trying to add different vehicles in, and kind of people were a little hesitant about Fortnite getting vehicles.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want, they're like, it'd be PUBG.
Yeah, I mean, Fortnite still has that very cartoony.
Oh yeah, overly animated. I like the fishing
style.
aspect of how silly that is.
Yeah.
I like the fact that like boats can still go across land. You know, it's like it's dumb mechanics which continues to sell for them, which is good.
Yeah. Here's a great fucking comment. I should pin this shit right in our chat. Lucen comes in with, I wish I had the stomach for a battle royale, but I can't spend 40 minutes playing something only to have success to be a matter of who bops who first from across the field.
Yes.
That reminds me of those Battlefield days where all of a sudden you're looking down your scope and you could see the guy running to the base and you're like, I got this motherfucker dead to rights, and all of a sudden you're dead.
Yeah,
from
sniper booped you. Yeah,
100 yards away.
Sniper booped you first.
Yeah, like all of a sudden everybody's got that fucking skill in shooting games that they can drop a sniper shot from 1,200 meters away.
Yeah, and small arena style shooters are definitely a more famed version for a lot more gamers. Like, even though the battle royal thing took off and has done a tremendous thing, CSGO, Destiny's PvP at the top of it, like, you know, like that's where the real gameplay goes down. Like when you see arena battle, like old Quake matches and.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what he's saying here. I mean, Quake, look, I just had an argument with a whole bunch of people in some fucking video game group on Facebook. They were like, oh, what's the best soundtrack to a video game ever? And all of a sudden, you know damn well the first asshole is going to be like, Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk?
Okay, or the second asshole is going to be like, Grand Theft Auto. And I'm like, I'm waiting. So after like 800 comments, I'm scrolling through all this, and I'm like, you're all a bunch of fucking dicks.
Why?
The greatest soundtrack in a video game ever was Quake.
What?
It's the most creepiest, it's the most eeriest, and it's the most 9 Inch Nails considering they're the ones who did the soundtrack. It is the most amazing soundtrack in a video game ever.
Also, he's a nin blowjob, but that's okay.
Yeah, but it's better than Destiny too. But to build on that point, arena shooters, I think when it comes down to it, I know me and Thump are definitely arena shooter, small combat, not expanded maps. I mean, okay, Battlefield's a great game, and
Battlefield Bad Company 2, when they did the big maps, that was amazing. But that was because they entered a lot of vehicle play into their large maps. Like, so you got the tanks and jeeps and helicopters and planes.
The helicopters flying and fucking helicopters, great. But Lucen, Webboy on Xbox, if that's where you play. I'm a Destiny shooter all day long. Hit me up.
That's what we
down
do.
for it. You know?
Like I said, I'm currently running around in Borderlands 3. Like, I rebuilt my Amara again. She's a phase casting Amara.
Oh, look at you. You.
Doom and Doom Eternal. Hell yeah. I played Doom on the PC.
My
back-
buddy's
Scared the
Son is a
shit out-
one punch Amara, and that is the dumbest build in Borderlands right now.
Dumbest as in stupid.
As in stupid. Like he literally, we run into rooms now, and I get to have a little bit of fun shooting at stuff while he just runs around and goes, "That's dead, that's dead, that's dead." If it's something that can survive the punch, he's got a little after effect juice on it that trickles their bleed down, and then it's like, okay, now they're dead.
There you go, Lucian. Lucian, I will tell you flat out, you are absolutely right. I actually interviewed with ID Software, and when they were building the Doom game, and I worked there for 14 days on a test bed because that's how they hired people back then. They would like come in for an interview. No, you come in for an interview and you'll work here for 14 days and we'll pay you. And if it works out, it's cool. If not, okay. I had no choice but to leave because at that point my girlfriend slash wife slash ex-wife told me flat out that there was no future in playing video games. Cunt. You had no idea what you were talking about. Fucking idiot. Anyway, I did work there for 14 days. And working as a programmer at that point, because that's what I was doing, I was learning to program.
Mhm.
Their build in that game, even in the Doom software, there was audio coding that would take the music in the game and actually rebuild it as the game went along. So as the game intensified, they were rebuilding the music. So an artist would submit 25 minutes of music, and there'd be enough music in the game to build 4 hours worth. They would build on it. So that basically the artist would give layered tracks, and the company could rebuild the music on top of it. So yes, as you were playing Quake or even Doom at that point, the music intensifies as you're going on, and that was purposely in the coding. And
That's awesome.
That has carried forward. That technology was actually sold to other companies. I know for a fact that that same technology was used in the Star Wars games. All of the Star Wars games use progressive music building. It's an algorithm that was built back in the fucking early 90s, and it's intense. And Quake and Doom are a perfect example of that. There's a few other games like Phantasmagoria, if you want to go back on the PC. That's the same thing. That music intensified. But if you go in and look at your CD-ROM, if you still have one, there's only like 8 fucking megs of music on that disc. As you're playing the game, the music intensifies. It rebuilds the music based on its layering tracks.
Nice.
It's an interesting concept that was, I think it was the basis for AI, if you really wanted to think about it that way.
That's an interesting way to think about it. I think
It changes.
it reminds me of what Mick Gordon did with Doom Eternal.
Doom and Doom Eternal were 2 great games. I mean, the entire even Doom 3 was good. The first Doom game scared the ever-living shit out of me on multiple occasions.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing that on some beat-up fucking 386 Pentium computer, if that was even such a thing back then. And I know that I was playing that game for like an 8-hour marathon. I was like 3 in the morning, and I turned a corner, and one of them big fucking things jumped out, scared the ever-living shit out of me. I almost pissed myself.
That's bananas.
I'll never forget that. It's such a great game.
That's crazy.
See, here comes Sean in the chat there, Ren. Tigers are going to beat the Yankees this year. Go fuck yourself.
The Tigers, though?
Yeah, dude,
That's
what?
the team?
He lives in Michigan. Have fun with your water, bro. Keep drinking out of that rusty pipe. Someday we'll take care of you. But I think all of us here talking about the music building to make shit creepier and creepier. I think we're all in that whole creepy game genre. I mean, there isn't one of them we haven't or wouldn't play. I mean,
I don't know.
playing Left 4 Dead and Dead by. I played Dead by. We all played Dead by Daylight at some point.
I know
Just
everybody
never-
here is sitting in front of a computer. Turn on your adult settings and look up Subverse.
I need to turn
If you're
off.
in front of a
I need
computer
to
that's got
turn
Steam on it, you will
my
definitely.
adult settings.
Well, and Steam won't let you
You
see the
see-
game unless you turn on your adult settings.
That's the explicit. Yeah. I actually was reading about this the other day. Eric, you must log in to see this content.
Oh, sci-fi porn, eh?
Yeah.
Not quite, but close.
This PC don't have my Steam account on it. Why? It's a Kickstarter game, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funnier part is how much money it made off of Kickstarter.
Apparently, it made
100
2.3 million.
Yeah,
1.6 pounds.
I was
Okay.
Million pounds.
I was told when I was showed in the game and I was like, "Hey babe, you got to see this." And so we watched the trailer for it.
Would they land?
Uh-oh. And what happened?
She's like, "If you buy that game, you can never judge me for anything you ever see me watching on TV again." So
Okay. And
I
did you
haven't bought
buy
it.
the game?
I haven't bought it, but she opened the door for me to not buy it and just continuously walk into a room and look at her and go, "What the fuck are you watching?"
Oh, see
I
now.
feel like I don't know. I feel like that's better. Feel like you'd have carte blanche to just be like, what the fuck is that?
Look, you can get in on this game now for £10. That's about $7.93.
You can buy it on Steam for less than that, I think.
I don't know.
I think it's like $5.
Is
No,
it $5
£10
now?
is like $13, Web.
No, the pound is less than the. Well, I don't know. The
No,
fucking
the pound is
Pounds?
more than
It's
that.
about $1.50.
So it's like one millionth of a Bitcoin.
It's $2.3 million.
Is it 1.6?
how-
1.6 pounds is
Oh
2.3
no,
mil?
it's $30.
I always thought it was $20 is $20. Now where'd this 30 come from? 50 I'll swallow.
Well, it's $29.99,
Okay,
and it's in
then it
early
It was a
access.
Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter that closed
Yeah, in 2019.
2019.
2019. Yeah,
Yeah,
when
Yeah.
they raised 1.
I don't even have that up on my
1.7 million pounds.
pounds. Or 1.68 something last I
It's-
saw.
1.66 rounded up 1.7.
Okay, 1.
$2.3 million. That's how much that is.
Okay. Pounds definitely got a good value now. Maybe
Well,
cheap
it's
investment.
it's a very interesting game.
That's that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I followed it. Not
Well,
too.
Like it's got this very pervy overtone that they try and like really get you to understand that it's there.
Yeah,
But when you look at like gameplay for the game,
yeah, it's not there.
it's a turn-based action game, or it's an asteroid-style shooter game.
Oh, sounds like fun. Did they shoot him out of the boobs? Pew, pew,
No,
pew, pew,
none of that.
pew, pew, pew,
See,
pew,
none of that.
pew.
It's not. That's not the
I know, I
tone
feel-
of the game.
No, it's not there at all. It's just the cutscenes that are all risque.
Yeah, and very over the top done. Like,
Yeah.
that's where it gets its craziness from.
Yeah, you might as well go into an indie developer to get an actual porn game if that's what you want. Kind of like what was that video? The volleyball game on the original Xbox.
It was it was
Dead
the
or
fighting game.
Alive,
yeah,
Yeah.
Dead
Dead
or
or
Alive.
Alive Extreme or whatever.
Extreme
my-
Volleyball.
You know what? I did not understand. Like, I love Dead or Alive.
Yeah, it's a great
I
fighting
loved
game.
it as a fighting game.
Yeah, it's a great fighting
And
game.
then
Like I
when
said, we're
that
playing
came
Tekken
out-
7 every night now.
I was like, oh, there's a new Dead or Alive. And then I played it and I didn't understand it because it was
It was not Dead or Alive.
like a dating sim. where you would like give the girls bikinis and stuff, and you would hope, like, depending on what they would do, that meant they liked you. And I'm like, why am I giving this bitch a bikini? I don't understand. Like,
Your
I
first
am
thought
so
was, why the
confused right
fuck did I
now.
pay $55 for this? That was your
Fortunately,
first
I
thought.
didn't buy it. I borrowed it. But
Oh.
it was like, I don't understand this. It was just so weird. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't understand that. It wasn't until later that it was like, oh, dating sims kind of work like that, you know?
All right, so I wanna, because we got what, like a half an hour left here.
We got half an hour. We
Half an
spent an
hour.
hour and a half talking about games
Well, it was
because when
good talk. So let's
Yeah.
go rapid fire. Okay.
yeah.
We'll run down the topics that we wanted to discuss in rapid fire format. LG backs out of the phone industry, and then all of a sudden, secret deal with Apple to build their car. Thoughts?
Nope.
Believe it when I see it.
Yeah. That's a bit of hearsay, I think.
We all know Apple's been building a fucking autonomous car for 4 years.
They have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
Ford just announced
and
the
we've
fact
also
that they're
heard
doing.
them be in bed with Hyundai and Kia and
That was never going to happen. That was
Volkswagen and everyone
never-
else.
that's
Yeah,
never
but
gonna
on
happen.
top of this, Ford just announced the fact that their F-150 is going to have driverless mode on the highway. So
Driverless mode on the highway. That's right. DOT. They submitted all that shit to Department of Transportation, NTSB. Thank you.
Yes.
That was it. They submitted all that 3 days ago, allegedly, and maybe earlier than that. Don't know. That could happen. Tesla's fighting to get theirs completely done, and I think Tesla wins out in the fully automated autonomous driving because they already have millions of miles of semi-autonomous in their cloud database. So I think they win that.
Yeah.
I think the other car companies are going to take longer to get 100% approval from the NTSB. That's my personal opinion. Buy Tesla stock. If you don't own Tesla stock, just buy some fucking shares and just stick it to the side and forget you own them. And I'm not a financial expert, and I am not a Tesla stockholder.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I own no Tesla. Sold it. Own no Tesla. Don't own any.
Okay.
Got out at 650 when it crashed to 5 and didn't buy back in because I bought Coinbase.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you're losing money on that one at
I'm
close
not,
to
I'm not,
328.
I'm not losing money because I'll just stuff that to the side, and I have my exit plan at $1,000 a share, and that's where I'm at. That can sit and ride. The deal with Kia and Volkswagen, that was all just vapor. If you looked at the matrix and the logistics of all that, those were not good deals to begin with. Wasn't in Apple's best interest, and it wasn't in the car company's interest, because trust me, I looked at those and analyzed the 6 ways to Tuesday. They don't need, Apple needs to control at least 80% of what happens, period. That's the way Apple rolls. They have 80% control of every product. Granted, whatever Apple product it is, it's not an Apple product because it's made by somebody else, but they have 80% control. They tell everybody what the fuck to do. You're not going into Volkswagen or Kia or Hyundai or even fucking Seat and telling them what to do when it comes to build cars. So that was never a possibility.
Yeah, I feel like if Apple actually builds a car, it's gonna be like a luxury car. It's not gonna be a Kia. It's not gonna be a Hyundai.
Well,
If anything.
Now, Kia is building luxury cars.
But is it a luxury brand?
They're fastly, F and V, becoming that. If you look at the deals now, especially their brand new Carnival vehicle, that has got to be the hottest fucking SUV I have ever seen from the inside.
I don't know. I don't. I don't know that they have that brand equity though.
And the Kia Stinger, I mean, Ren, you can drool on that car with me because we sat in it, we licked it, we played with it. I mean, that car is beautiful inside and out, and it is a $38,000 sedan. That's that's a luxury vehicle.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not.
38, 40.
Kia is not the Kia that you remember Kia
Yeah.
being
It's not the
by
Honda.
any stretch of the imagination.
You know, you think about Honda in 1980. They had these
Mhm.
little tiny fucking cars that look like um, Austin Power cabs from England on the roads here. And now all of a sudden you look at a Honda and you go, that's a fucking Honda. Is that a Honda or is that an Acura? Oh wait, it's the same company.
Yeah.
Honda is Acura. Luxury
Right.
brand. Yeah. Kia's vastly becoming the same thing.
But
Quickly.
Honda is also not a luxury brand. Like I'm not saying they don't make good vehicles.
No.
That
A Honda Accord is not a cheap vehicle to
It's
buy.
the luxury brand of Honda. The only better way to go in the Honda market is step up to an Acura.
okay, I'm talking about like
Yeah, but I thought the Honda wasn't as good as it was used to be.
Audi or Lexus.
I was like, the Honda used to be
or-
the shit.
Toyota.
Volkswagen,
Yeah, Honda used to be
Toyota.
the shit, but now it's like Toyota's the brand, right?
Well, Toyota because of
Or
Lexus.
Kia.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Kia's a quick second, man. I mean, what they're doing with their industry is the car industry is just leaps and bounds above what Hyundai did.
Mhm.
And Hyundais are still decent cars, but Kia overstepped them big time. South Korea, by the way, very impressive. But I think Apple is going to produce a car where
I think they will produce a car soon.
the only problem
I
is I hope it's not built on Apple Maps because the car will probably put you in the ocean.
yeah, I think that their navigation software, if they were really smart, they would just partner with Google and
Oh.
use their mapping software.
Waymo software.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read some shit yesterday about Waymo and what's going on there, and they're about ready to drop a vehicle for testing
Mhm.
outside of their own internal testing, and we already know that their internal testing is pretty damn good because everybody uses Google Maps and it's done by a autonomous car that drives by, and if you need pictures of the car, I can supply one because the fucking thing captured me as I captured it, and I'm on Google Maps, my truck and me standing there taking a picture of the vehicle as it fucking scanned my shit. No driver in those cars. So what they did was, drive autonomous cars all across everywhere. So we know that their technology works. Why it's not in a vehicle yet is interesting.
I
And
mean, they've been doing testing for a long time.
I'm sure.
I think that what
I mean, you know
is-
more than me.
I think what's interesting, I don't know exactly where they are, but I think what's challenging about it is that you can teach a car to drive, right? Like that's not hard.
Right.
It's a map is a grid.
Yep.
The one thing that I think is a challenge in a lot of cases is what kinds of decisions can this software make on the
Sure.
fly?
Eyesight, auto correction, braking, assisted.
And
Yes.
it can account for a lot of things, right? You can probably program it to account for weather, to account for this older road versus this newer road, to account for traffic conditions. What
Sure.
it can't account for is your dumbass.
Right.
like-
driver responsibility.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do when you see this car headed your way? Are you going to freak out and cause an accident? Or, like, that, I think that's where the challenge is. It's actually the human element. So, are we going to get to a point where we say, you know what? I don't need to drive. I'm just going to allow this software to do it for me. And we all agree on that. And that's our future.
Well, we have
Or-
seen the Tesla vehicle go from San Diego to San Francisco, which is a 4-hour drive. I think it's 4 hours, 3 hours, and 60, 48 minutes, whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, we've seen a vehicle do that with autonomously with just a human sitting in the driver's seat and not touching the steering wheel. See, Tesla
Mhm.
vehicles will do autonomous driving as long as it senses the oils on your skin or your fingerprints or however the fuck it works. There are sensors on the steering wheel that you have to have your hands on the wheel. You don't have to be holding it like you're driving. All you got to do is have your hands there.
Right.
That's the way Tesla Autonomous works.
Right.
But they
You
shut
can get
that
your
off.
Tesla to pull out of a parking spot and come pick you up at the door of a store.
Isn't that fucking cool as hell? But you
That's
cannot.
amazing.
Yeah, but
But
that
you can't
that has
sit back
nothing to do with any
drive.
oils on a steering wheel at all.
Well, that's because there's no human in it, and it's only doing 5 miles an hour. Once you put a human, once your ass gets in that seat, there are
You unlock plaid mode.
right. Well, yeah, right. There's metal sensors on the back of the steering wheel and all over the back of it. So no matter where you position your hands
A
to hold the wheel,
ludicrous
you
mode.
need to touch it. Right. You need to touch the steering wheel for the car to drive in sub-autonomous mode.
Yeah,
And
but
only-
we
and
found
in
out from iRobot that
mode-
that's ridiculous and that nobody should ever try and do that because
Why? Because the porn chick did it from wherever she did, getting fucked and blowing some dude in the car the whole way.
what does that have to do with iRobot?
Never crashed the car. But they're
What? Wait, did you watch iRobot? Is that what movie?
I was
that
like,
you
what
just
does that have to
described?
do with iRobot?
Yeah.
Decent movie, Will Smith.
Did you watch the porn version of iRobot? Is that
Yes,
what
he
happened?
probably did.
Okay.
What's his name, Ren? Help me out. Axel Braun? Ren? Help me out.
Ren's like,
Axel
I'm not
Braun.
confessing porn on
Ren's
TV
like,
right
I'm
now.
not jumping in
I
this.
don't even know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar and you know it. A liar and you know it.
I'm too busy reading about Tesla Autopilot, and I'm not seeing anything that you have to hold the wheel.
You don't have to hold the wheel. You have to have your fingers on the sensors. Read it. You cannot take your hands off the fucking wheel. You have to touch the steering wheel. There is no
Okay,
sit
But
back. and-
even if you're whatever, even if you're not touching it, it only goes so fast in autonomous mode, right? Like and part of the reason why they kind of want you to be sitting there is so that you can account for crazy shit.
Right, for the unhuman element of
Right.
deep jumping out in the road, or because another autonomous car is not just going to slam on the brakes.
Right. You
Because
know, so if we're all not driving, if we're all letting our cars drive for us, great. That's
Right.
software, and it's going to make decisions as we program them to do. Barring software errors and stuff like that. But, like, say you're driving and
Right.
I'm in an autonomous vehicle. There's
Mhm.
no way for my autonomous vehicle to make a decision based on whatever craziness you're going to do.
No, not at all. But with
You
enough sensors in it, and if you've programmed your trip into the GPS, and with the amount of sensors in it, the car will negotiate. It'll do lane changes on its own too. It'll
Mhm.
negotiate traffic patterns. I mean, is it going to speed up if the car behind you is doing 100 and you're doing 50 and it looks like you're going to get smacked in the ass? Is the car going
Yeah.
to get out of the way? No, that's not going to happen. That's totally not going to happen.
It'll give you
It'll
a
fucking
warning
scream at
system.
you. Yeah, it'll scream at
give you a warning system and say that you need to probably take over the car.
Yeah. Now, if the guy in front of you slams on his fucking brakes to avoid a squirrel, your car will slam on its brakes to avoid an accident.
Right.
Yeah.
From what I know, from what I read on all the spec sheets with autonomous driving, the car will never swerve to the left unless the left is a medium. The car will always go to the right. because
Which means
that's
to
where the
avoid
shoulder
oncoming
is.
traffic.
Right, and that's also where the shoulder is on most highways.
Right.
There is that exception where you have a left-hand exit and there is a wider medium on the left side, but the car will always go right, as far as I read on all the tech specs. Within, like I said, depending on your GPS locations, if you have a medium that's on the left, it's going to go that way, but mostly it's right.
Come on, quit calling them medians because you know that's not what you call them. You live in Jersey. They're just called Jersey barriers, bitch.
Jersey walls, Jersey barriers, I know. But Autonomous driving is real close. I mean, even now, fucking Uber is saying, you know what, in 2024, 2025, we're going all autonomous.
Yeah, Uber says a lot of things. Like right now, the only
Uber Eats.
the only company out there that's putting the money down. Well, there's two. Amazon's putting the money down right now on their EV development in
Sure.
their sector, and
Supposed-
UPS is putting theirs down into a flying sector.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because my father bought those stocks quite a few months ago. He was telling me it's this flying copter shit for home delivery. It's going to be a winner, and I was like, yeah, in 2027 maybe.
Nope.
Nope. And UPS fucking buys into that and goes,
Yeah,
2023,
UPS is
2024.
yeah 2024. They plan to have these running short route,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's like I've got time.
well, like if you think about like what I specifically do in UPS, I could load what needs to go to Charlotte
Sure.
on that EV.
Chopper copper?
Yeah. I could load it
Volt?
onto that EV and then take it
Called
from there
Volt?
to Charlotte.
Called a
Easy
Volt.
money.
Evol, right? EVOL? Evol?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted, sorry. Evol, electronic vehicle.
Yeah, let's not worry about you getting English right, okay? Because we don't correct you on all the other shit you fuck up. So you
Not about
trying
English,
to say this is even less
Evol.
important.
Just trying to get it right because there's a lot of stocks named by that.
Yeah. Look up what UPS bought if you want to know. It just recently happened. If people out there are interested, look up what UPS bought. But yeah, so essentially it's short flight capability and emergency delivery function is kind of where it's at, so that you don't have to have like the package car take stuff to the hospital. You could essentially airdrop this stuff in to those areas. It's definitely like a bulk goods, like Costco could get a drop of things, you know, like bulk collection like that. For them, it could work. But it's scenarios like that, like I said, I load 2 trucks for Charlotte, and they're usually shorties, and a guy picks them up and drives from here to Charlotte or here to West Charlotte. And this type of craft works good for UPS to UPS, like switches in that manner, and works for also localized like emergency and quick bulk drop off. Essentially, like Walmart has a truck that goes out. This could work for like Walmart's truck to go from like their distribution center out to the facility. Today, this place is getting an order, and they drop all of this stuff.
1,400 pounds or 1,700 pounds at a 150-mile radius. It's
takes off like a helicopter, flies like a plane. Yeah.
The smallest planes they have are like 2,800 pounds of payload. This is only 1,400, so it's more appropriate for like town to town or city to city transport. It's 250 miles, I believe, if I can get this right. The technology is EVTOL, volatile something or another, and they bought that 150 aircrafts. What'd they buy? Like fucking $1.6 billion worth? 20, 30, I think 30 something of these is what they're planning on doing.
150 electrical vehicles.
Is it? I mean, just for the air. I'm not talking on the road. I'm talking air. These
10. Okay, UPS orders 10 of the electric.
10 Evolts.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 10 of them.
Yeah, they bought 2 of those, but it's 150. I'm reading this 5 days. Okay, UPS announces it's buying up to 150 electrical vehicle takeoff and landings. The
aircraft,
the eVTOL.
From Beta Technologies.
EVTOL. Yeah. From Beta Technologies. This is the item that they're purchasing.
Electronic vehicle to air land or something like that is what it stands for. I can't remember offhand.
I'm looking directly at it. Electric vehicle takeoff and landing. It's the eVTOL.
Yeah, eVTOL. And they're cool because they look cool. They look fucking cool. It's like a huge fucking drone, 3 propeller with UPS on the side. I mean, dude, let me drive the
I
truck.
like the fact that the concepts that they've got for them, the production models that are out there for them to use, are they were able to go, see, here's what it looks like with UPS on it.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, this is the exact company my father was like buying stock in and going, hey, you might want to take a look at this. And I'm like, that shit's like 5 years away with the way our goddamn air traffic control is. If I can't fly a drone without somebody hanging out with me 400 fucking yards away, how is this gonna work? The drone.
Yeah.
No, this
It
is a
a
piloted
giant
vehicle.
drone.
This
Yeah.
this isn't even a drone. This is a piloted vehicle.
Yes, for now it's a piloted vehicle, but I understand from Beta Technologies, it's autonomous.
Amazon is
It's
the
just-
one who's bought the autonomous drone drop vehicles.
Yeah, yeah. DHL is looking to buy into those also to stay relevant in the market space.
Yeah, I mean it would be good for them. They need to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there ain't-
it's funny how much more of an international shipper DHL is, though. Like we don't take we don't take a lot of advantage of them here in the States. We are UPS, FedEx people pretty much here in the U.S. But DHL's international business is fucking unreal.
It's huge. I've got.
Oh, guess what we had come through yesterday?
What? My
What?
my Scooby parts?
Live bees.
Oh, yeah.
Live bees.
Nice.
Yeah, we had like 30 of the small bee boxes. They're
Yeah.
only like they're
8 by
maybe
8?
12 inches long, maybe about 8 inches tall,
Yeah.
maybe 4 inches thick, and it's
That's
just
a hive
full of
coming in.
fucking bees. They're all nice and
Oh
calm.
my god.
But
What
yeah,
are they doing?
The-
Are they just like
I
they're
mean,
being
we
super
are kind of in
forward.
an existential bee crisis in the global community right now. So what are they doing? They're moving bees into areas to make healthy bee populations.
Sure.
Awesome.
Absolutely. We need that honey.
We need all that. We need all
Honey's
of what they do.
Fucking
Like
industry.
every
bro.
inch of what they do. They are
Well,
the
yeah,
most productive member of the insect family.
Yeah, it's not only is it to save the honey that could be a problem in like 3 years, but if I'm not mistaken, because I actually read about this, I fucking love you brought this up. The roses after Valentine's Day could be a huge issue, like dying crop type of shit. Not enough
Yeah.
bees because of the kill off that happened 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and if you follow the health and wellness on your news trackers, it was bees, 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 and now you've got the brood X cicadas coming, which, by the way, accompanies snakes. If you didn't know that, especially copperheads, that also affects the bee population.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the murder hornets that were actually
too.
the murder hornets were the ones that did the big dent into bee population. The most recent one,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
when we were warned of murder hornets, it wasn't necessarily us that we needed to be worried about with murder hornets because they're an invasive species and will essentially kill off entire hives
Yep.
in
that's
in,
what
in no
Jersey's-
time.
Jersey and Pennsylvania are dealing with lantern bugs.
What are
Lantern bugs.
lantern bugs?
Lantern bugs, lantern moths, Ren, can you help me out on that?
I
Lantern-
haven't heard of.
Okay, it's a killer moth from Asia, and it is so evasive that it can wipe out entire species of trees in days. Lantern moth. Look it up. They're
Lantern.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
they're
The
very
spotted
pretty
lantern fly is a
Yes.
plant hopper that is
What?
indigenous to parts of southern China, Taiwan, Vietnam, and has spread invasively to Japan,
Mhm.
South Korea, and the United States.
Yep, and Jersey is infested with them.
Oh hell no! Look at that thing. Oh no.
Also known as the lycorma.
It's pretty looking, but they're fucking huge.
You know what? Whenever insects have bright colors,
Poisonous.
That's usually bad news.
Pennsylvania is having an issue with them also currently. They are the #1 site,
One.
agriculturalpa.gov,
Yeah,
with
well,
their
that's where-
lanternfly alert.
That's where they think they were brought into, was through a port in Delaware / Pennsylvania, and brought straight into Pennsylvania, where they were released into the wild. And I know it's Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, parts of New York that are fucking inundated, like the Pine Barrens in
Yeah,
New
the
Jersey.
dreaded lanternfly scourge of
Yeah.
agricultural spreads in New Jersey.
Yep, huge.
Oh my god.
Huge. All I know is I'm protecting our hops, Ren. I'm protecting them. They're growing like fucking wildfire this year, by the way.
Nice.
No,
Nah.
not nice. Not nice.
Mm.
It's invasive. It's taking over the entire area. 8-Bit Bros Wednesday.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of topics that ran through tonight. Love it.
We hardly got through any of them. What do you mean? We mostly spent it talking about video games.
I know, but
Wasn't it great?
I love the way
Yeah.
conversations just flowed tonight. Just
Yeah.
one thing to another, and it was it's always been fun. I gotta hold on a second and do that, and so I can get an outro here. There we go. It's beautiful. Beautiful. 8-Bit Bros Wednesday. It's so weird to say. It's still weird. I'm never gonna
It's a little weird.
can't
Indeed.
say. Yeah, I can't say early edition. Can't say late edition. I can say.
It's the beauty of Wednesday. It's neither early nor late.
So you know what? I'm gonna dub this Wednesday the UPS edition.
Yes.
Is that okay, Thump?
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a disrespectful way at all. You know that. But now it's Wednesday, the UPS edition.
All right, works for me.
All
I mean,
right,
they
we're
did
gonna-
tell me that anytime I'm doing anything publicly that I should represent them well, so.
Fuck yeah.
Heck yes.
Hell yeah. 8-Bit Bros Wednesday. We will catch you next Wednesday for another fun-filled fact debacle that we like to call the 8-Bit Bros Show. Peace. We out.